Hi, this is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a different type of video than usual, so I hope you stick around to see why I'm here laying in bed with wet hair, not looking so great. So I'll see you in a few. We are Tanya and Derek. We built out Betty White, our Ram ProMaster camper van, not only to accommodate my solo trips as someone with multiple neurological issues and chronic pain, but also Derek's wheelchair when he chooses to come along. And let's not forget our two dogs, Gunner, Derek's service dog, and my funny beagle named Desert Sage, that travel with us. Our lives definitely aren't cookie cutter. We never know what's going to happen. We are usually thrown some curveballs, but one thing we do know is you must never give up because life is worth it. So we hope you will follow our van life voyages and also our everyday lives at base camp, where you will often find us outdoors, proving being in nature is the best medicine. Okay, so I'm just going to start talking. It's been a rough week, okay? Very rough. Derek is back in the hospital, and I've had one of the roughest weeks of my life with my own issues. Sage has been a lifesaver, but she's also kind of down and out because she had surgery on Thursday. She had a mass removed off the top of her head, and she got spayed at the same time. And I had my Botox shots the day after. Shot time. And Derek was already in the hospital. He got hospitalized a few days before all this. So, being that I live in the mountains, I had to, take quite the drive to get to these appointments. So we ended up staying in the van, which is no big deal. We love the van, at a campground. I did make it back to base camp after my shots on Friday. This is Tuesday. And this is literally the first time I have been able to take a bath and pretty much get dressed because I've had no help, and it has been really, really I've had a bad time waiting for the Botox to kick in. I get something that others call the Botox flu. It's not like a real influenza, but your body feels like you have the flu. And since the shots had already worn off, my muscles were contracting, and I was in a severe amount of pain before. And then driving makes it worse, so there was that. And then now I'm waiting for it to kick back in, which it hasn't. So it's literally from Friday to today, Tuesday, and I just now took my first bath and pretty much got out of those clothes, and it's literally been that bad to where I couldn't even shower, practically get out of bed. And Sage, luckily, at the same time, because she had her surgery, she was sleeping a lot. So we've been just two bugs in a rug, snuggling up and recovering together. Anyway, I feel like I'm at the top of the hump and ready to go down the other side. So in a few days, the Botox should kick in and this Botox flu will wear off and I'll start feeling better. But I just wanted to jump on here because I never really record when I'm really bad. And I want to highlight, the positives of our lives as people with disabilities and chronic issues. But I realize now, I'm sorry, it's jumping around. It's just that because of my muscles, I can't hold the stick well. So it's bouncing. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's my muscle contractions and stuff and stability holding the camera up. But putting that aside, I realize I can't show you the true inspiration without showing how bad things get. I've always wanted to be behind the camera and never in front of the camera until recently. The first year of our channel, I mostly highlighted filmed Derek, and highlighted, his issues being in a wheelchair with quadriplegia from a spinal cord injury, and I rarely focused on myself because I do not like to be vulnerable. I'm always strong, or I like to think I'm super strong, so I hate to show vulnerability and what life is like when you live with these type of chronic issues. So for me to start showing vulnerability has been really tough on me, but I think it's therapeutic at the same time, so I'm showing it. I just wanted to jump on here. So because the previous days I didn't even want to do anything. I've just been listening to podcasts and sleeping and trying to barely getting up to even eat, except for maybe making some hot tea. Without Derek here, to help with the dogs, and he would normally make some meals, and he likes to cook, so he'd make some meals and, bring me stuff to help when I'm down and out. Like, I help him, but it's just been me, so it's just been a little tough to get through this round of shots, but I'm getting there. Let me see if I can show you any improvement in my muscles. I'm sure you can. Laying back, it's not as bad. That's why I'm laying back, but as soon as I get up, you're going to see the contraction of the muscles, which is super painful up here. And it's hard to show the other side at the same time holding this, but I'm going to try. There's that muscle compared to this side, which is a natural slope that everybody has. And then you can see my chin tilting the other way and head tilting. It's still there. It's still painful. My head is still pounding, but it's starting to kick in. At least I got into a hot, warm bath, laid there for a while, and got dressed, got some hot coffee, and it's mid-morning. It's like 10 o'clock, so I'm feeling okay. Previous days, there's days where I got up, took Sage out to go to the bathroom, and we both got back in bed, and pretty much we're in bed most of the day. I try very hard to go out and spend a little time with Gunner or have him come in, but he prefers to be outside and doesn't like to be inside the house when Derek's not here. So he likes to be out there guarding the fence line and waiting for Derek. So I would try to go outside every evening and spend a little time with him. But it's rough. It's rough around here. But I do think I'm very thankful for my muscle relaxers that I take 3 times a day. Well, they're actually antispasmodics, so they help decrease the spasms and relax the muscles. So that's what they do. And then I take some Lyrica for nerve pain. Of course, lots of Tylenol. And then I have a topical anti-inflammatory that's also helpful. So this is what it's like to live with chronic pain and when you have dystonia. Here's a little intermission because I thought you guys would want a better explanation of what dystonia is.
Cervical dystonia is a localized or focal form of a neurological condition that's called dystonia. And it affects mostly the muscles of the head and neck. There are involuntary contractures or an involuntary activation of muscles in the neck that cause a twisting or turning of the neck, and sometimes results in an abnormal posture. And this posture can be pull the head back, or it can pull the head and rotate to one side. It can tilt the head to the one side, or sometimes can even pull it forward, but that tends to be more rare. Sometimes patients have cervical dystonia and don't know it, but other times, and in the majority of times, it causes symptoms. People can feel pulling or twisting. People can have a decreased range of motion of the neck, being stuck in a certain posture. Occasionally in the beginning, people can have tremor of the neck, but very often they can have some degree of pain, and sometimes the pain can be severe. It is a chronic condition, but once we identify it, there are several ways that we can treat it. The most effective way are injections of what we call botulinum toxins, such as Botox and Xeomin and a few other compounds. These are muscle relaxers that are injected directly into the muscles identified as the culprit to help try to relax the muscles and bring the neck back into a normal position and help open up range of motion and reduce pain. Sometimes with that also we have some oral medications that we can use that are muscle relaxers, especially if the injections aren't getting fully to relax the muscles. But with the combination of the two, we can often have people reduce their pain, improve their neck mobility.
So today is day 7 after getting my Botox, and I'm starting to feel better. Was able to do my hair, put a little bit of lipstick and blush on, get up and do a little bit of dishes and such. Last night I took Sage out for a walk, so things are starting to feel better. Hasn't kicked all the way in, but it's starting to kick in, so it's getting more tolerable. So yay for that. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Little Sagey Poo, recovering from surgery too with her donut on, huh? Mommy took off your cone and got you a donut, which is much better, huh, little sleepy baby? It's my sleepy baby. See, I'm just so sleepy right now, Mama. I know. We'll go back to bed in a little while for a nappy, okay? We'll have a nap, and then you'll be happy, huh? So I'm just recovering on the couch right now. Yeah. Sleepy baby, look at those sleepy eyes. Yes. See, me and Mom have been having some issues, huh? But she's like my little, everybody says emotional support animal. She definitely is. We're each other's support. We're each other's support, huh, Sagey? Yeah. Go night-night, my love.
Hey everybody, it's Derek of Van Life Voyages. Some of you know, some of you don't. Let me tell you the ones that don't. Tanya and I established the Just Roll With It Mobility Foundation. We are 501c3 tax deductible donations. And our goal is to get mobility equipment to get people with disabilities out into nature. We can't travel all the time, but things as simple as getting out and having a barbecue, planting a garden, chopping down trees. Okay, no, maybe that's extreme. We're not getting you a chainsaw. But we want to do everything we can to get folks with disabilities out. All right? So without your love, your support, and your donations, we can't do it. A big shout out to Mr. Scott from Ohio, who was our last recipient of the brand new electric wheelchair. He needed it. Scott, I hope it does you well, my brother, and I hope you get to go out and see things that you never saw before. Look, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's a good thing we're doing. Please help. The link's at the top. This is a picture of Mr. Scott. Help us out. We love you. Thank you. We'll see you next time.